Hello, my gorgeous Capricorns. I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for the week of the 9th to the 15th of September. My birthday is the 15th, so this is my birthday week. So I am excited to see how this week will impact you guys. So let's dive into it. All right, let's pull out a few cards here. We got some oracles going first. Let's see. Please, Spirit, for my lovely Capricorns. Let's get one from this deck. Initial F they're pointing out. Okay. Ooh. Right, you have blessed coming in, and then you also have never ending story. And I kind of feel like what they're showing me is different ways to perceive your current situation. We have one, which might be what you're doing, which is why Spirit is bringing it up. We have one where we're like waiting by the clock. Is this going to happen? I need clarity. Spirit, why aren't you speaking to me? When is it going to happen? It's like a never ending story. I see this as frustration about the timing, not having clarity, not knowing if something really is going to happen, but you want it, blah, 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 whatever it is. You're feeling a little bit stuck in a loop, right? Never ending cycle. What's interesting, I always say with this card, like, don't wait by the clock, all right? Don't wait for what it is that you're trying to bring to life, okay? Whether it's clarity, whatever it is that you're trying to manifest from Spirit. When we're waiting for something, it's still the energy of chasing at the end of the day. So if you're trying to call it in and manifest, the best way to do it is by detaching, okay? By detaching and knowing the Spirit will show you when it's the right time. And then that's where bless is coming in. We have one which is kind of, stuck. Look at her. The life has been drained from her. She cannot get her head away from this thing that she's questioning or wanting answers for. But then we have this beautiful blessed card, which is a card that I always say that she's exactly where she needs to be, and she understands that she feels blessed with where she's at. You might not be having things happening in your life at the moment, or it feels like an expectation is not being met this week, whatever that means. Again, speaking very generally, it's a general reading. The way that everyone's gonna resonate with it is different, but it feels like for you, you're really, really wanting something, and you really, really want it now, whatever it may be. But the blessed card here is almost like what they want you to be like this week. Instead of waiting, stuck in this loop, how can we count our blessings in this moment? I always say that this is the flow of life. When she goes into this, she gets whisked away. A lot of change, a lot of fast-paced movement, but she's not quite ready for it just yet. Okay, so if it's an opportunity for some of you, it may definitely well be, sorry, I can't speak. She's understanding that, sure, she's grown her wings, but the rest of her is still developing. Okay, she's feeling blessed where she is. She understands everything will happen in the right time. She's using this time to connect with herself, right? So it does feel like you're waiting for something. It does feel like you're feeling very stressed. Something's not working out today, right now. You don't have answers for something, that you're not calling something in. But Spirit's saying detach from that. That will happen in its own time. There is a timer here. That timer will go in its own time. Divine timing. Connect with yourself in the meantime, because whatever this is that you're waiting for is taking a lot of life from you. Okay? Connect back with your hobbies. Because the blessed card is more about slowing down, being present, I would say do anything that makes you feel that way. And if you don't know, find something that makes you feel present. If it's journaling, if it's being out in nature, if it's being around some people, if it's anything, writing, whatever you like to do that. Connect with yourself, because the difference between these cards, we got one that's drained and this one is beautiful and colorful. So that's what they want you to do. All right, let's carry on here. Let's get you some more for Capricorn, please. Boy, oh boy. Right. Oh, I just scratched myself with my ring. You have deceit coming through. So that's interesting, because this is, of course, kind of like the Seven of Swords. There could be some deceit going on, something that you've experienced. Maybe this is the answer that you're desiring. Okay, this is what you're trying to figure out. Or for a very specific few of you, if you're waiting for somebody of the past to come back in and you know this person's not really truthful or honest, or they've not been very good to you, the blessed card is also about dodging a bullet. Okay, the answers will come to you, but I think if you've escaped a situation or come out of a situation, this is about dodging a bullet. I always see it as that. The understanding that I'm glad that something didn't happen because I wasn't ready for it. It wasn't right for me. That's the message I get with that card. So anyway, we have deceit coming through. We will try and figure out what that is. But just be aware of deceit this week. It could even be deceiving yourself. You know, when we're stuck on something, we're draining our own life from ourselves, then that's also kind of self-sabotage too. But anyway, let's see. Let's get 3 or 4 cards from this deck. Capricorn. Impatience. Really? Capricorn? The same things. Now, this card is saying, do not block your own blessings by trying to force things to happen in a time, and it will not. Okay? You will get what it is that you're asking for, but don't force it, because you might end up blocking your own blessings or blocking what it is that you're asking for. You have release coming through as well, just as I say. In order to manifest something, we have to release it. But for some of you, especially to do with something that you know is quite like, is not really right for you, but there's a temptation here. That's like the devil energy. It's tempting, but it's not good. You are being called to release something here, okay? And then you have self-worth, which is interesting because I feel like that's connected to the blessed card. For some of you, I'm just getting a message here kind of about like maybe, you know, you just want more, and you just, you know, you're feeling frustrated because I feel like maybe you are not counting your blessings. Just for some of you, and don't worry, we all do this from time to time. It's just a week where you're feeling a little bit, you know, a bit angry, maybe even as well, like just frustration. You're frustrated. And when we're like that, of course, we're impatient. We want things. We want it now. I'm just getting a little bit of irritation from you. Right. Anyway, we'll speak about the cards anyway. But that's just what I'm picking up intuitively. Self-worth comes in here, which says it's about your self-worth, having more self-worth, focusing on what you are worth. No longer trying to force something to work that just isn't up to your standards. Okay. Now, the story behind this card is that only those who see themselves as worthy are able to see the throne. Kind of meaning that, you know, you accept or see what you believe you're worthy of. So if it's, you know, I don't know exactly. Sorry, I'm just going to say, like, I'm going to sit here for like 10 minutes, try to figure out what they're saying here, but I'll just keep it surface layer for you in the meantime. They're wanting you to focus on no longer being impatient. They're calling you for you to release something. Maybe it's to do with deceit. All right, whether you're going to get clarity on it. If that person's going to message you back and apologize, whatever it is, release it, okay? You've dodged a bullet. You have, you're safe where you are. Don't go calling back in an energy. If they are going to apologize, then they'll do it anyway. You waiting by the clock or whatever, waiting for this opportunity, whatever, it's not going to speed anything up. It's only going to just take away from you, okay? So that's a really good way of going, actually, I'm blocking my own blessings. I am kind of self-sabotaging a bit here by focusing so much, so intensely on something that it's not going to change anything in my life. I'm going to focus on things that actually do me some good. That's self-worth. You're focusing on self-worth here. You're putting yourself up on the throne. All right, for a lot of you, by releasing something, the timing, a person, an opportunity that is deceitful, whatever it is, I don't like the deceit energy. And I feel like whatever it is you're waiting for, I don't really like it. From this perspective, I don't know what it is that you're actually waiting for, but just for a few of you, if it is somebody or a thing that's playing you about a bit, it's not very good, then it's a really good time to say, actually, I'm glad they didn't get back to me. I dodged a bullet here, or whatever. All right. Anyway, let's get you some more. How long is your reading already? Almost 10 minutes. All right, let's try and speed through this. All right, you have courage. you're being called to have courage this week. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. An animal for you. Swan spirit, time for a deep dive. I quite like that. I feel like this is about focusing on your feelings and your emotions. This week is very important for you. Something that I always like to do is like when I'm feeling triggered or there's something that's frustrating me or I'm feeling these negative feelings, I like to ask myself why. And I like keep asking why until I go all the way down to the root of what's making me feel that way, or why am I hyperfixating on something that's just not good for me, or why am I waiting for something. Ask yourself questions and dive deep. Don't just take the first thing that comes up. Question that until you cannot question it anymore. It's super clear. That's a really good way of dealing of processing your feelings. Why do I feel this way? Where did this come from? Anyway, time for a deep dive into your feelings. Right, let's get you 3 cards to represent the overall energy for this week, please, Spirit, for Capricorn. Right, it's too many, but we'll take it because these 3 go here, this goes in the middle, and this goes here. So 10 of Swords. There's been a very difficult ending in your life, okay? Backstabbing, betrayal, or something that happened very abruptly in a very difficult and challenging and hurtful way. The Magician coming through kind of represents that new start, okay? Kind of similar to being blessed here. It does kind of represent you being the blessed means that you're being protected with whatever has come to an end, okay? The Magician is a clean slate. He has all the tools to manifest anything that he desires. And then you've got the 9 of Cups, which is about wish fulfillment. Hold on, I'm going to say something that I'm feeling. You have the Moon and the High Priestess, secrets. This is something that's hidden. Both of these cards are about hidden things. The High Priestess is about listening to your intuition. All right. The Moon is, when it's in terms of your feelings and emotions, it is a kind of shadow side. So your shadow side could be coming out. There is a way to overcome that, maybe by using the High Priestess to your advantage, your intuition, diving deep, as they're saying here. Kind of challenging your own beliefs. Like with this kind of combination, it does feel like maybe some not very good beliefs about yourself, about what it is that you want with the 9 of Cups, that wish fulfillment that you're desiring and release. For a lot of you, you're manifesting the wrong thing. That's something I have to say. And I was hearing like, be careful what you're wishing for. And I don't want to scare anyone. I'm only speaking to those of you who know that maybe you're trying to call in the wrong kind of thing, and you're aware of that. But again, there is something that you want out of this situation. The 9 of Cups. The Tower. For some of you, I am feeling like you're trying to call in someone that you've separated from. That's just a very strong message coming through, but they are calling for you to have some self-worth here. The situation didn't do you any good, ended in a very difficult way, very challenging way for you. I would not call that back in. Now, what other messages can I get from this for those who don't resonate with that? But the Magician, 9 of Cups, the Moon, and the High Priestess. I mean, it's very clearly that they want you to release something. The 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment, but it's paired with the Moon and High Priestess. So just be careful what you're calling in here. That's what like I'm really intensely in here. Be careful what you're calling in, because it is paired with a secret or hidden intentions or something. You know, if your intuition is waving a red flag, believe it. All right, if something's not quite right, believe it, because both of these cards are about secrets, but it's paired with what you are calling in, or a wish fulfillment. So just be prepared for that this week, okay? And with the Magician here as well, it could be again a manipulative energy. If we think about the Magician, if it is to do with this deceit, okay, it could be somebody who knows how to put on a show. The Magician knows how to work his magic, but there's always tricks involved. Right. All right, Capricorn's energy this week, please, Spirit. Let's get 3 cards out for Capricorn's energy. And if we are asking, okay, what should I do this week? I'd say do not focus on this energy. I would say to release that. It's about being patient, feeling blessed, diving deep into your feelings. Why am I feeling called towards having this? Where is this coming from? And also trying to work on your courage and self-worth. Okay, those are things that I want you to focus on. Right. Anyway, Capricorn's energy, 3 cards. The Chariot. All right. It's about forward movement, chasing your dreams and goals. 2 more. Could be some travel or movement coming up for you as well. A journey. Justice. A lot of major arcana cards coming through for you this week. So it's big energy. Let's get one more. Your energy. And the Emperor. Woo. Your energy is all major. Right. The Chariot. And the Emperor kind of go very nicely here. You could be signing contracts. You could really be trying to bring fairness into a situation, trying to call in justice. All right, trying to gain the truth. We were kind of picking up on that. Trying to gain a balance in your life. That's really good if that's what you're trying to do here. To focus on yourself. Don't call it in for the... If you've dealt with a trickster, and you're wanting them to tell the truth, but they're just a compulsive liar, we're kind of asking for something that's just not going to happen, or, we don't want to go into that kind of game. The Chariot can represent, if it's to do with your energy, that you are really moving forward and moving on, which I love, and I think this is the really best choice for you. It's about focusing on your dreams and your goals. Not on calling something from the past back into your life, really calling for you to release that and let that go and to no longer let that affect you. That takes time, of course. But again, working on your self-worth, patience, feeling blessed, connecting with the universe and yourself. That's all things that we can do now to get that faster. You're trying to bring balance into things, which is great. It kind of goes hand in hand with the Chariot because you need to be balanced in order to... move faster. Otherwise, these 2 sphinxes will just go in different directions. They're pulling the Chariot here. They are guiding the Chariot. They're guiding you. So your energies inside need to be balanced. You need to have a sense of direction. If we're looking at the past or thinking about the past or trying to call that back into the future, then again, it feels like you want to move forward, but maybe it is your shadow side that's wanting something else. And it feels like, again, we aren't moving in the right direction. So again, calling the energy into yourself, balancing yourself, super important, and taking control of your life. No longer allowing the external to dictate to you where things are going to go. The Emperor is still faced with challenges, all right, and things that, can either reject him or not work out. The Emperor is not, what's the word? And it's like not indestructible, but something like that, he still faces challenges. But the thing is, and an energy they're calling for you to have, is he's able to take the lead. Okay, if some door shuts on him, he doesn't call quits. He's got a plan to build an empire, right? He knows what he wants in his life, and he's going to go and get it regardless of how it happens. Okay, so if one door shuts, all right, where's the next door? He calls the shots, he takes action. He's all about discipline and control and power, personal power. Okay, so you guys being called to take the lead. Okay, call in your personal power to bring balance into your life so that you can move forward and chase a dream and a goal outside of a situation that's clearly very chaotic, very untrustworthy. Okay, any other messages for Capricorn this week? There we go. Knew that was going to come out. 7 of Swords, that deceit. Right, 2 of Wands, focusing on your future. Love that. You got the world in your hands this week, so focus on it. I feel like that's what they're trying to say. Like, out of all these things that you can manifest and have, why is it that one thing? Why is it that one thing that's not very good for you? Because look at this combination and how they've come out, actually. It's like you have the world in your hands. You are wanting expansion, but the other half of you is still waiting for a sneaky energy to come back around. Just for a few of you, this clearly feels like a very specific message. If it's not someone outside of yourself, again, it's self-sabotage. It could be old habits. You're kind of, if you're waiting for something, it kind of does feel like, again, it's a secretive energy. I don't know exactly what it is that you're waiting for, but it's not very good. Maybe it's a strategy. 7 of Swords can be strategy, but again, with deceit here, I don't think it's that. I think it's to do with something that's not very nice. And also very selfish, by the way. Whatever you're dealing with is selfish. because he's stealing swords, you know, so that they cannot be used against him, you know, so that he's already won the war. And that's great if that's your energy, but because we have deceit here and all that kind of stuff, I feel like, and maybe this is your own self-sabotage. Don't deceive yourself by trying to force something to work in your favor, because it, you know, be careful what you wish for is again the other thing that we were saying earlier. Two of Wands. Focusing on your future, and don't just think about it. I feel like the thinking about it, because you're waiting for something, the Seven of Swords, that's taking up a lot of your attention and maybe even keeping you stuck. Two of Wands, think about your future. If you are physically stuck, you cannot make any moves right now, then definitely build a strategy on your future. What you want, what do you want outside of this situation? You know, what do you want your life to look like in the next few years? The next year, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. 10 of Swords, Chariot, Two of Wands. You do have a fresh start here because you've been through the challenge, the ending. Chariot is saying, okay, let's move away from that. It's important to move on, is moving away from that. He's coming away from the city to kind of find new territory, to chase his dreams. Some of you, maybe traveling could be important for you with this combination, or just expansion, coming outside what you know is going to be important for your growth, okay, and your future. Maybe if it's a relationship you're trying to manifest, again, it's not where you were left. 10 of Swords. It's outside of your comfort zone. Okay? And if you're trying to manifest justice, and that's what you're waiting for with this combination, Magician, Justice, and the Three of Wands, allow it to happen in its own time. The more that you're focusing on this issue, it's affecting your self-worth, and it's affecting your connection with yourself. Okay? It takes courage to pull away from something that is testing you and testing your patience. But anyway, that's what I have for you, my angels. I love you guys. Wish you all the best. Just a little warning for somebody out there. Just a reminder, not a warning. But, you know, there is that. Let me know how it resonates with you, especially if it's not to do with somebody. I'd be very interested to see how it fits in your story. But if it doesn't, then that's also fine. Hopefully the next reading does, because this definitely felt like a bit of a specific one for somebody out there. But anyway, I love you guys. I wish you all the best. Personal reading should still be open depending on when you guys are viewing this, so just make sure you check my website. That's the only place where I sell it. And if it's not open because I am doing like a limited amount, then make sure you join the wait list, because I'm trying to do a few a month at least, because I know a lot of people have been wanting them. So I'm trying to be a little bit more open to doing them, but it does depend on my energy and things that are going on in my personal life. But anyway, if it is and you want one, then that will be linked in the description or maybe in the comments below. But aside from all that, I appreciate you guys for being here, and I will see you guys next time. All right.